Hi guys, welcome to my channel and I hope you are doing good today because I'm about to share with you how to make this simple beginner friendly t-shirt bra. Before we waste any time, let's get started. So we are going to be using our existing pattern, which is the bralette. So I am going to reshape the cups and I'm going to go in at the corner by 1.5 inch. Once I am done marking the 1.5 inch, I'm going to go ahead with the curve ruler and mark or connect the points from the armhole all the way to the dot. And I'm going to do so on both sides. Then right on the center, I am going to be marking 1 centimeter, going out 1 centimeter. I know we've been using inches all along, but I prefer using a centimeter at this point. Then I'm going to extend it all the way down to the bottom of the cup. Now on the other side, I'm going to mark from the underbust to the waist, and mine is going to be around 3 or 4 inches. So you can extend this part by 4 inch or 3 inches. And this is going to be the waistline. Moving on to draft the band, I'm going to take 1/4 of my bust round measurement, subtract 1/2 of an inch, which in my case is 9 inches. And the width is going to be 4.5 inch, and that is going to be the width of my band. To connect it, I'm going to connect it all the way to the armhole of my cup. And we are almost done drafting the pattern. What I need to do is to separate the cups from the band. So I did mark 1 inch right there, and I'm just going to extend the line all the way to the bottom. Once we're done doing so, it's time to cut out the pattern. When we are done cutting out our pattern, don't forget to close the dot for the frame of the bra. And then once we are done doing so, we need to go ahead and add seam allowance on our pattern. So the seam allowance I'm going to add is 0.5 on the cups, including the frame. And for the band or the side of the band, you also need to add 0.5 centimeters. And this part is going to be on fold. So I did cut out all my pattern on fabric, and it is the stretch fabric. You can use a non-stretch fabric on the cups, but for the band I do recommend that you use a stretch fabric. So as you can see, all of the pieces are cut out. Let's go ahead and sew them together. I'm going to take 2 sides of the cups and join them right sides facing. Then we're going to go ahead and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once we are done, this is how it will look on the outside. So we want to go ahead and sew a top straight stitch. Make sure that you push the seam on one side, and this is how it looks as soon as we are done sewing the seam. Now we want to attach the cups to the frame, and I am going to connect the cups right sides facing and go ahead and sew 0.5 seam allowance on the cups. So this is how it looks on the inside once we are done attaching the cups to the frame. So what I'm going to do is that seam, I'm going to press the seam down using a straight stitch, and I'm going to sew right on the edge of the cup. So guys, once we are done sewing the seam, this is how it looks on the inside. The next thing for us is to attach the band. So I'm going to take the front and the band right sides facing and go ahead and sew 0.5 seam allowance. The next thing is to attach the elastic right on the neckline, and I'm going to be using a fold over elastic. And when you do so, make sure you do not pull the elastic and you want to use a zigzag stitch. Now when you attach the elastic on around the armhole and also at the back, make sure you do pull the elastic just enough, not too much. So guys, this is how it looks so far. As you can see, I left a little bit of elastic hanging. You just fold it when you're going to attach our straps. The next thing that is left for us is to attach the elastic again on the waist, and make sure you pull the elastic again just a little bit to sit comfortably around your waist. So now the last part is to attach our straps. I am going to insert the elastic right on the ring. Go ahead and sew a straight stitch on the inside. Go ahead and sew the straight stitch on the inside, and then once you are done, you want to do the same thing. So I'm going to turn my strap right at the back, and I'm going to place it on the inside of our bra. Then once I'm done, you want to go ahead and sew a zigzag stitch to secure the strap. And we are done, guys. I really love how this t-shirt bra turned out. It's very comfortable, I must say, and I hope you will also enjoy making this project. So as for me, see you on the next one.